to Sam. Sam, my dear Uncle Sam, thanks for coming back to Guam.
Guahan, the land of the Chamorro, one of the islands that make up the archipelago. The Chamorro language is spoken throughout the islands. However, the Chamorro language has been greatly affected. Amongst all the islands within the archipelago, Guahan is the most affected in regards to the Chamorro language. Due to drastic events such as the Chamorro resistance against Spain, the invasion of Japan, and the US colonization, the Chamorro language has greatly diminished compared to the past. How do the people feel about this situation? How is the language affected today? What is in store for the future of Guahan?
My take on the Chamorro language would be as if we were talking about any other language. You know, people want to speak it, and of course I feel like they have the freedom to speak as much Chamorro as they wish, as how it is with any other language.
I think language itself is an important aspect to our culture. It was a means for our ancestors to communicate, and I think it's only right if we do so as well.
Yeah, I think it's enough. It'd be kind of like a hassle if it wasn't enough, if people didn't think it was enough.
Since we live on Guam, I really think that it should be an everyday thing. Like Chamorro is usually just offered a few minutes out of the day, once a week, and it's not really encouraged. And I think that's why there's such a decline in Chamorro speakers because of that.
I'd start maybe at the younger ages. Maybe teach them, like elementary school more Chamorro. Because, when I was in elementary school and pretty much my Chamorro class was just coloring the pictures, like how when people, when they're young, like for example, when you come in from the PI and they're young, then yeah, they have like an accent sometimes. Just because, they're raised young in the PI and they know a lot of the language already while they're young, and then they bring it to Guam. That's why ESL, English Second Language. So then they're already like comfortable with like their language, being Filipino and all. That's why they're able to either understand or speak even a little bit. Well, whereas on Guam, like even though you grew up here, like yeah, you're like surrounded. Like if you're Chamorro, you're surrounded by a lot of relatives and they speak Chamorro, but it's not like as much as if you were raised in the Philippines for like the first couple of years in your life, and everyone like literally just kind of speaks Filipino and English isn't like there at all. How here, like English is here, and so when you're young and you're growing up, English and Chamorro, it kind of confuses you while you're young. So then you don't really grasp, like if one is stronger than the other, you don't really grasp the other, Like when I grew up, it was mostly English. Yeah, of course, they speak Chamorro, but since they spoke more English, I grew used to just, speaking English. And that's how I think we could preserve, the language.
I would start with myself. Like just learning simple things and passing them on to others. Like my younger siblings, they probably know more Chamorro than I do. So, just sticking with it.
If you want to preserve the language, really up to you. But if you don't really want to, then I would think that you shouldn't have it forced upon you. But if you really, really want to, then you should. Just don't force it onto anyone, or like don't hold up signs saying that you should preserve the language.
The advice I would offer is to learn it as soon as possible, and when you have the chance. Like just simple talks with your grandparents that'll make a big difference on your knowledge on the language. And also it's better to start when you're young, because then you have more time to really learn and understand.
These are just a few students' opinions on the current state of our language. Currently, there are efforts to preserve the language and chances for others to learn. Besides being exposed to the content during grade school, Outside organizations such as Hurrao Academy offer services that can help. Our culture has endured countless attempts of suppression, but with enough effort, the Chamorro language can continue to strive on the island of Guahan.
This feeling flows both ways. Sad to see you go.